Yeah, welcome back to my class again today. In the last class, we are still on control flow. Now, in the last class, we dealt with the if statement. Now, today we are going to look at the if-else statement. In the if statement, there was no, if the expression is true, there is a line of code that is to be executed. But if the expression is false, the program is going to do nothing. That was what we saw in the if statement in the last class. Now, this class, we are going to look at the if-else statement, meaning if the expression is false, what is the alternative block of code that the program is supposed to execute? That is what we'll look at. And after that, we'll look at the if else statement. And then we'll probably look at the nested if else statement. Those are the things we are going to look at in the control flow. So let's get right in and look at the if else statement today. Now, as you can see, this is the if else statement in Python. Now I have the flowchart on the left hand side. So I have start, expression. If it is true, then the statement 1 will be executed. If it is false, statement 2 will be executed. Then statement 3 is outside of the if statement. So whether it is true or it is false, statement 3 will be executed at the end of the day. Now this is the syntax. If expression equals to true, then you have to enter into this and execute the block of code, which is what? Statement 1. Else, you have to execute statement 2. But whether you do statement 1 or statement 2, statement 3 is outside of the if statement. So this statement 3 must always be executed. So we are going to look at this in the PyCharm. Now, if you look at this flow chart, you can see this arrow. So I need to explain this so that you see it, because I'm coming from an electronics background. So I always want to show you how this process works. Now you look at this arrow. This arrow tells you that if this expression is true, you can see how it's going like this. So that is the flow. I was telling you control flow statement. So this is the flow, how it's going like this, and then out. Now, if the expression is false, it's going like this, like this, like this, and then out. So that is what I just want to show you with the indication of these arrows. So, and this is the syntax. So let's go to the PyCharm and practically see. Or even before that, let me show you an example using another flowchart to show you an example. So if you look at this example now, I have the start here. I'm assigning 10 to a variable x. And then if x is greater than 5, print this out on the screen. If x is not greater than 5, which is this, so print out x is not greater than 5. And then for this one, if x is greater than 5, print out x is greater than 5, and then print out the value of x. If x is not greater than 5, so print out x is not greater than 5, and then print out the value of x. That is what this is showing. So like I told you, you are using this variable x to receive data supply, which is what? 10. I can actually supply this data like this, or I can ask the user to give me the data at the point of execution. So we are going to write a program to actually execute this flow chart that I've written. S is greater than 5, or x is not greater than 5, and then the value of x will also be produced on the screen. So let's go to our PyCharm and write a program to operate this. This is our PyCharm. So let's write a program to execute that, to demonstrate that flowchart. So I'm saying assign a value to x. So x equals to 10. So you assign 10 to x, and that becomes, x is a variable. And once you assign 10 to x, it becomes an object of the class int. Now, if x is greater than, so this is the condition. If s is greater than 5, print x is greater than 5. Else print x is not greater than 5. And then you have to exit the if statement and come here and print the value of x is. Now you are going to supply x. So this is our program. Now x, you are assigning 10 to x, and then if x is greater than 5, print x, this is the expression, print x is greater than 5. Else, print x is not greater than 5. Then you come out of the if statement and print the value of x is x. So let's run this and see what it's going to give to us. So execute. You see, s is greater than 5. The value of x is 10. Now, if I change this one now to 4, and then I execute, so it's going to print this one. X is not greater than 5. The value of x is 4. Now, this is me supplying a value to what? To the variable. I can, at the point of executing this program, ask the user to supply the value. So in that one, I'll just need to put int, since it is an integer. Input, I'll call the input function. So at this point now, at the point of execution, I'm asking the user to supply an input function. And I told you that this is an input function. And this string, enter a value here, will be supplied on the screen. And then you have to enter a value. Now, because in Python, whatever value you supply, okay, here is enter a value here. In Python, whatever value you supply will be taken in as a string. So that's why I have to typecast it to an integer so that to be able to do this comparison. Else it to throw me an error. So let's execute this. Now it's asking me enter a value here. So I'm going to enter 6, right? So let me do this. Okay, and execute it again. Stop and run. So I enter 6, then I press enter. So x is greater than 5. The value of x is 6. Now I'm going to execute it again. So I enter a value. I enter a value 4, and then I press enter. So x is not greater than 5. The value of x is 4. So this is if else statement. The last class we did was if. So in that if, once the value is, the expression is not true, the program is not going to do anything. But in this one, once the expression is not true, there is an alternative line of code that the program is supposed to execute, which is what? The else. So that is what I want to show you in this class of the if-else statement. In the next class, we are going to look at the if-else statement. And then we look at the nested if statement. And that will bring us to the end of this first part of control flow. The next thing we are going to look at will be the loop. So that is all I want to share with you on the if-else statement. If you found this class helpful, please do not forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed to my channel. And don't forget to also click on the like button. And also don't forget to share this video so as to also encourage me. Thank you. See you in my next class.